In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest release from Amy Plans Things, as well as creating quite a few pages in my journal. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And yes, you guys, I have some items to share with you, but before I do, I want to announce that I am part of the Amy Plans Things creative team through the end of June. That means that I will have some products to share with you guys in advance of her releases, and I also have a discount code to share with you guys as well. That discount code is AGWP10. If you ever forget, just remember AGWP, A Girl with Plans, and then 10 for the 10% off. She has both a website as well as an Etsy shop. Her physical items like the sticker books and washi and things like that are available on the website. The digital items are available in both places, both on Etsy and the website, and my discount code will work on both. So as I show you all of these in the sticker books, be advised that you can purchase these as printables as well. I will get more into that as we start going through all of this. But first, let's start with the actual sticker book, because this is a little something different. All right, so this is the Sweetheart Soda Shop release. Just in time for February. It's definitely like Valentine's with a twist, which is something that I very much appreciate. So these are all on clear. And for those of you that do not know Amy Plans Things, which I'm sure most of you probably do, she is the queen of Dutch doors. So you will notice as you kind of look at some of these stickers, some of them are mirrored images of one another, which means that they are perfect for a Dutch door. So you can see you have some images here. It just makes life so much easier, as is this. And when I mean that, it means, you know, when you cut it, you can put them on both sides together. We'll do that today, just so if you are new to what a Dutch door is, it'll make a little bit more sense. But then you have those two images that are mirrored and those two images. So everything on this page has a mirrored image of itself. And then we have some functional stickers. So you have two sets of dates here. So that could be one for your weekly spreads and one for your monthly spreads, or you can just use them for two monthly spreads for two separate months. And then you have your days of the week here twice, plus some decorative boxes. These are bullet points in all three colors here. And these are flags. You can see the red one, but these don't have a border, so it might be harder to see, but these are like your little flag. Now, if you do the printable version of this, you do have the option to do like the sticker sheets and the functional ones separately. So that is also very nice if you're just looking for one versus the other. And then we have our boxes. And then we have our washi-like sticker strips here. And you will see some of these patterns on the washi tape as well. And then we have, these are like some shapes, some tags and things like that. Basically perfect layering elements. And we have some clusters here with some of the boxes, which these are really cool because they're already done for you, but you can easily duplicate this as well with some of the other stickers. So if you wanted to have two matching clusters. And here's some more. And then here's some larger boxes. And then these are all vertical boxes. I'm assuming these probably fit in the Happy Planner Classic Vertical the best. But she does a good job of utilizing all of the space on these sheets. And then we have some more stickers. And these are on paper. But again, you have the mirrored images all in here. These are different, but you can still make it work because they're more like a square. You just might have more white space around one than the other. And here are some more here that are the mirrored images. And there we go. So So there is the sticker book. Like I said, if you want the printable version, you can also buy these separately as far as sticker sheets and functional and stuff like that. All right, now we're going to take a look at something that I think is so unique. This is something that I have personally never seen before. I'll show you in a minute. But if you are someone who loves the idea of doing like a bullet journal or a DIY type planner, but you just don't have the time to create all the spreads, maybe you want to do some yourself, but you don't want to do them all, this is the perfect solution. This also comes as a printable. So if you don't, want to buy it as an A5 sticker book, you can buy it as a printable. And when you purchase it as a printable, you do get the file in 5 different sizes. So like I said, this is an A5, so you get an A5, you get a Happy Planner mini size, a Happy Planner classic size, a letter size, which is a Happy Planner big, as well as the size to fit the daily grind planner. So that is a really good deal unto itself, because you'll see some of the things in here you might want to use in multiple places. So again, that is one option. Now these are stickers, okay? So everything in here is a sticker. Doesn't look like a sticker, but it is a sticker. So first we have the introduction to, let me move my cup out the way so I can actually open everything here. So this is like, you can do this as a cover page. You can see a sticker. And then we have a February goals sheet. You have your mood tracker. So you can color code all of this to color it in. Here are a whole bunch of habit trackers. And again, these are set up for the month of February. So you do have 28. A steps tracker. Again, you can actually change this to something that, something else if you want to. A water tracker. A sleep tracker. So this is like, you can do this as more like a line chart. A gratitude log. This is something that I think I'm going to use today. A monthly challenge. So this is like, you can pick your own. So again, this might be one where you color in things as you do it. So maybe you want to do a habit tracker type thing, but kind of make it a little bit more fun. So maybe you can just do that. Like if you want to write in your journal every day and you're really bad at it, like me, maybe you can track every day that you write in your journal. A workout log. Just one more mile. This one I might actually use in my wellness book for the month of February, but instead of running, I might do rowing. We have a self-care bingo here. Because I don't want this video to be too long, I'm just going to read a few of these to you guys. Stretch before bed, take a bath or a long shower, write down an affirmation, journal prompt, things I can control versus can't control. Make a list, 5 ways I like showing love to others. So this is like a fun little thing that you can do. You can either try to hit bingo as many times as you want, or you can try to black out the board. So then we have a month in review. So most proud of, most challenging, highlight of the month, gratitude, things I learned and want to remember. And then we have a decorative sheet here. And then we have a calendar. This I very well may also use in my wellness, because I'm thinking about adding a calendar to that one. And now we're going to get into weekly setup pages. So again, if you don't want to set up a week in your bullet journal, you can just slap this sticker right there in it. And when I say bullet journal, it doesn't always have to be a bound book. You could easily be doing this in a disc-bound system. And like I said, if you do have the ability to print them out, then you can print it out in like whatever size that you need, and you can do it on regular paper and just punch it and put it in your notebooks or whatever. All right, so here we go here. The other thing I do want to mention is you can see the dates are kind of small, the days of the week. So you can use this for whatever you want and kind of repurpose that. Because I don't actually do anything daily in my bullet journal, mine is more for monthly overview type stuff, I very well may repurpose these. Same thing here. You can just put a decorative sticker here and repurpose them for however you want. And with that said, because these are just the days of the week, you can use them for whenever you want to. So it doesn't have to technically be February. You can use them whenever you want. And these are perforated pages. I don't think I mentioned that as well. All right, now we get these full sheets of like scrapbook paper. which you can put in your book as is for like a pretty background, or you can rip it. You can rip it like I do from like corner to corner to do half type things or like crazy corner elements, but you can also cut them into like different shapes and use them as layering. I love scrapbook paper. And because this is a sticker, it's gonna make my life so much easier. I'm not gonna have to pull out my tape runner. All right, so that is it. So we have the 2 sticker books here. Then let me put my this back. Then we have washi. So I'm not gonna like swatch these because I'm probably gonna be using these in the spread. But you can see you have 2 of the diagonal stripe ones. You have one with kind of like the blues or like the cooler tones, right? Or warmer tones. I don't know, cooler tones, right? And then you have these, which are like the pinks and yellows. And then you have the like aqua stripe. And then you have the checkerboard pattern. So there we go there. That is everything that I have to share with you guys from the new release. So now we're gonna actually have some fun in my affirmations journal, which I am slowly, when I say slowly, I am slowly making my way through this journal. So I had intended to kind of change up how I was doing things in this journal for the month of January. I wanted to do a little bit more than just write affirmations in here and then journal about them. I wanted to do a gratitude log. Did not do that. This is going to help me do that because we are going to pull some of these pages out to do that. I'm going to go ahead because I think they're going to be easier. I'm going to tear out the February. I'm going to check out the gratitude log. Like I said, some of these are going to probably, I think I want this. I think I want the self-care bingo in here. I'm going to do this one. And thinking about using some of these. Let's use these. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm setting this up for the month of February. And it's going to be super easy for me to slap them down on the page. So I can always just add more. Like I said, I have so many pages in here. It's kind of, it's a little embarrassing how many pages I still have left in this book. Okay, so what I want is I want this on this page. I think I want my gratitude log over here. Or do I want my month in review over here? I think I want my month in review over here. I think that would be kind of cool to see opposite of that one. Then we're going to come here and I'm going to do my gratitude log and I'm going to do the self-care bingo. Yeah, I think, yeah. And then I'm going to put these 2 over here, but I am going to cover these up probably with like header boxes. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this down first. All right. Now I don't want this all the way over because I don't want it to mess up the opening and shutting of the book. Sometimes if it's too close to the crease, I'll start bending. It'll start bending because of how it is. Okay, why is this not going down like I want it to? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some trimming, y'all. I did not do a good job of that. You get the gist. I think it's hard because everything behind it is Dutch doors. So it's making that side a little bit more difficult. Which actually, I think with that being said, well, I'm gonna have Dutch doors on this side too. So I'm gonna make some Dutch doors behind it. Oh, I'm just really bad at this, guys. I am just really, really bad at this. Maybe I need to start at the top. Whoops. We're gonna have to put a sticker there. here. I'm going to start at the top. Okay, so this is pretty spot on as far as the height. That's the key, guys. Start at the top, not the sides. I don't know why. I don't know why the sides don't do what, maybe because it's so uneven on my pages behind it or whatever, but for some reason the top was fine. But when I did it from the sides, y'all saw the hot mess that it was. But I'm gonna leave that in and not pretend that it was nice, because I think you guys need to see trial and error as far as technique goes. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to put these in. I'm not going to fill in the headers right now with what's going to be in here, because I am filming this a few days before the release. So it's not even the middle of January yet. So I might have an idea that spurs up between now and I would say even the end of February, because you know, just because I'm setting these pages up, some of these can be written in throughout the month. So, yeah. And if I really like using these for some purpose, then I can, that was me. I can add some of the other kind of weekly spreads and do very similar things with. Okay, that was very close to the center, but I think that one's going to be fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and trim the edges of this. I just have to trim the side. Okay, so I think I want to add some washi to this. That is so off-centered, but you know what? This is my first time playing with this, so we're just going to let it go. Let's use the striped. All right, there we go. I wanted to use these instead of regular washi because I can write on that. So if I want to write a header or what have you, then it's a little bit easier to do that. And I wanted to keep it kind of small. So there we go there. This one you can't see as much anymore. That one you can, but then we got better. Then I got better. Started it at the top. That's where I probably should have started it from the get-go. All right, so now we are going to work on the Dutch doors. So for the Dutch doors, I think I'm only going to stick to maybe 3 or 4 pages, because I definitely want, where was the lace? This. I love this. I think this is going to be the very last Dutch door. So we're going to have items here maybe. Or do we just do 3? I want 4. So we're gonna do this one as this last Dutch door. I wanna start back here. So I'm gonna put this fairly close to the edge. So I think the lace, I think I'm gonna touch the edges on these last 2 here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm just gonna use scissors. I can use my X-Acto knife. I cannot use a gyro cutter. Maybe one day I'll learn. I mean, I've been trying to learn hand lettering forever too. So do you really think I'm gonna learn how to use the gyro cutter? Because it does take practice to do that. And practice is just something I don't do very well. All right, one is done. Actually, it's not. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the other side first, and then I'll cut that last one off. So I do have the printables as well. When I was cutting around it, I cut some of the sticker off, so it was hard for me to figure out where this was lined up. Let me actually do smaller scissors. Oh my gosh, my life is so much easier now. Like I said, this is gonna be like, how many Dutch doors have I done? Quite a few. And I still like pull out the wrong scissors, measure things wrong. You know, almost like the first time every time. All right, so here I'm gonna put some strips of the washi strips down because they were thick. So does anybody else have a hard time lining up on the edge of the page? It's like, I can't see it. Can I line these up? Are they gonna be, they're not doing what I want them to do. Can I just do that? Of course I can. There we go. Cute. I'm gonna put like a sticker or something up there. We can just go ahead and do that now. I want this here. Take that all the way down. And I think I want this here. So I might do a little bit more cutting. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't have two of it, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to fill in the space. I'll just do that. It's fine. Okay, what do I want there? Here we go. Paper stickers. Hopefully I won't need these for my Dutch door, but we'll make it work. We always do. We always do. Famous last words. There we go. Okay. I'll cut those in a minute. I don't feel like cutting them now. All right. So now this Dutch door, we are going to we're going to use all of these at some point. So I'm going to take these out. The only thing that I'm like undecided about is these. Do I do these here? Maybe I'll do these back here because these are kind of big. And then I'll do like the little small things on the front. Or we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. probably could have shipped it. Oh, is this gonna come off? That is the problem when you start with the back, is you're kind of like, oh no, like where do I like put everything? It's just kind of like, you can't really see what's behind it. So you're trying to like gauge the best place to put stuff. Maybe like right there. Let's cut that first. Okay. And then this heart, let's just put like, right there. All right. I think it's gonna be fine because these I'm gonna cut. This could go over a little bit. Let's see if I can do it. Meaning, could I rip it up without it ripping? I can. Okay. All right, I like that. So like I said, I took it a little bit further inward just so you could see it. I could probably even take it more. Let's take it down. Let's do that. Let's take it down just a hair. I just want to be able to see that record. There we go. At least you can see it peeking out now. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use them over here. This is gonna be a little bit of a challenge to match all of this up now. Might not be. Oh, I cut some of that, but we can match it up. There we go. And what we're gonna do. Wait a minute, what am I missing? Okay, there was a record player. What happened to the record player? Did I take it off and then lose it? Y'all, I lost a sticker. There was a record player on here, right? There's one. Is there not another record player and I didn't pay attention? Oh, I don't think there's another record player. Maybe there's one somewhere else. Whoops. I think there is, right? You got that one. Could I use a bigger one? Would that work? Because apparently I used where there was only one, guys. There was only one. All right, so we would have to use this one, but I don't know if it's gonna fit. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. It's too big. We will not make it work. Maybe right there. We'll put some more of these like little stamps. That works. All right, let me trim this. These Dutch doors are going pretty far inward, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so then this one's gonna have to come like right here. All right, so what I want on this one is I kind of want some more of the doilies. Is that what we're calling? Is that what they are? Isn't that what they are? All right, so this one can kind of, maybe like there. I like that. Is there not a duplicate of that? Well, they have those. I think I can probably put that together on the other side, so I'm gonna still use this. Okay. Then we're gonna do one of these. Looks like this one might be the best, easiest to cut around. Ooh, I don't like this now. That is like too much of the hearts. Okay. There were like fries and stuff like that on there that would have been easy for the Dutch door, but you know me, I want to be difficult. So we're going to try to create, we're going to try to collage some stuff together here. All right, this cannot be here. So that one's okay. This one I think is going to be okay. Yeah. We can do or wait a minute, kind of just cut it more. Yeah, I want the B mine to show. Put that there. And I don't really want to cut any of this because it's white behind it. So we're just going to add music notes. Okay, I like that. I could move this over just a little bit. That did rip a little bit. More like that. There we go. I kind of wish that would go there. So I think we're going to cut that a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. All right, now let's just go ahead and map this on the other side. So it was at this point in the creative process that I completely forgot I was filming a video. I zoned out and only focused on decorating. I went between not talking at all and talking in a whisper to myself. Just kind of like, ooh, do I want to do this? No, I think I want to do that. So yeah, we're just going to speed it up and do this in a voiceover. So on the back side, I'm just trying to match things up, use the same stickers that I used on the front, but you know, obviously I'm using the reversed image. Now, I mentioned previously that The sticker that I put at the very bottom on the front, they did not have a reversed image of that. So I'm going to be creating my own cluster. Now, the cluster that I'm doing is also going to be clear stickers. So they are going to, you're going to see the overlapping of it, and I don't want to cut around it, but I think it's fine and it fits the space very well. So you see, I definitely made that work. So as I was looking at everything, I did realize that there was a little bit more white space than I wanted. You know, I wanted this whole area near the Dutch door to just be filled with stickers. So I started to add in a lot of the smaller elements to the white space, whether it was the white space along where I cut the Dutch door out, or whether or not it was like a little bit more white space in between the stickers that was closer to the blank spots on the page or the open spots on the page. So I was adding in like records, some like little bits and pieces of the lace pattern, some music notes, basically just random little small elements to help try to fill in some of the area. Now it is time to decorate the first page of this Dutch door spread, which I usually always save to last. So I am going to mimic the same design that is on that back page, so that way it does look a little bit more uniform when you're looking at it as a whole. However, I'm going to need to add a lot more stickers because that first Dutch door is so far inward that when you flip it over top of this first page here, you see a lot more white space if you just only leave those two strips down. So I just started adding all the stickers, and I used my favorite little sticker strips that was on at the very back of the sticker book, like the little love letter embellishment designs as well as the music notes. Now, I didn't want to go ahead and add like two of the strips of the like love letters. So to continue the design on, I just added some of the very similar elements as well as some identical elements to just kind of make it look like it continued on. And there was only one strip of the music notes, but there are so many music notes in this sticker book that I was able to just add them and make them look like they were continuing on as well. I think I used just about every single music note that was in this book. And I absolutely love them. I thought they were a great addition. I'm so glad they were there because they were perfect for adding into like the little tiny spaces that you needed to fill, but most stickers wouldn't fit that. So it was perfect. And I think it actually worked really, really well here as well. It was nice to have something that, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say simplistic, but I mean, even though there are a lot of music notes, it is just a little bit less busy because they're all one color. They're all the same design. So yeah, I guess in a way they are a little less busy, which I feel like is a pretty good contrast to everything else that is on the other side. And it also helps to kind of act as a good kind of break before I start adding my functional boxes. So I do like that I decided to go that route to fill the space. So yes, functional boxes, I am going to add them. And I'm calling them functional boxes, but in this journal in particular, they're pretty much just decorative boxes to me. I do use them functionally, so let me just say that. But the reason why I'm adding the boxes is because I think they look really pretty decoratively. I mentioned before I could easily write on the page, and a lot of times I do write on the page in conjunction with writing in the boxes, but I just really like how the boxes look on the page. So, I just decided to use them. I always say, eventually I'm just going to draw my own or not put any boxes. But in this particular journal, that has not happened yet. I always add boxes to these journaling pages, and these were so cute and they tied in so well. And there were some of the elements on the boxes that I actually didn't use in the Dutch doors. So I thought that kind of looked a little nice too. So yeah, that's the reason why I did go with some of the heavily decorated boxes as well, but you will see there are a lot of just the regular boxes too. And I do add a few more stickers in there as well. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up things. I'm just going to add a few more boxes and then we can stamp this is done. All right, let's do a quick flip and then we're going to wrap this up. So yes, this is my affirmation journal. I've kind of explained what it is in several videos, but in case you're just new, I just come in, write like some type of positive affirmation or something like that, and then journal about it. Journal about it as a way to improve my self-confidence, just overall like mental well-being, positivity, and stuff like that. The problem is I've not been in it as frequent as I want to. I would love to get to the habit of doing it once a day. So hopefully by adding some of these trackers and things like that in here, maybe it will cause me to come in here once a day, because now I want to record my gratitude. I want to check in on my self-care bingo, stuff like that. So maybe that will help me. So of course I use the A5 sheets. Of course, these were the ones that I started from the side pushing outward, and that did not work, but from the top down, it's all smooth. So that's the way to go. This was a weekly, and I just covered the days of the week here because I'm going to put other stuff in here, probably some kind of wrap up. And then we have our Dutch doors. So this is what it looks like in that layered look. Look how cute that looks, y'all. Very busy, but very fun. So I did go really heavy with the decorations here because when you flip it, I only want you to see decorations. I don't want you to see any of the writing. Y'all, this book has been going on for a while now, so I don't care about using the pages, okay? If I need to use both of these pages for one affirmation, you know what? I'll do it. So that's the reason why I really am not trying to like preserve space, because if I need more, I can just use 2 pages. I'm not going to come in here and predate this or write affirmations beforehand. I come in here the day of, so it's perfectly fine. But I like the way this looks. I wanted to use some of like the doilies here and here. And then I have my, well, everything has elements in it. And then I have the washi on the back, which I mimicked here. But then of course I had to add a few things just to kind of broaden it. So that way when you flip this open, it's all decor. So here's the second Dutch door, the third, and then the final one. So there we go, guys. Again, this was a lot of fun. It did take a while, but I enjoyed it. I need the band. I love it when I need the band to close my book. That just makes me happy. Oh, that makes me happy. All right, so again, Sweetheart Soda Shop from Amy Plans Things. I don't think I ever mentioned when it releases. It releases on January the 10th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the Moments and Mood, a book of creative trackers. So fun. Plus you get the scrapbook paper as well. All of it is a sticker. And then we have the hand-drawn stickers here. So this is 20 pages. This is 23 pages. These are A5 size. However, both of these are available as printables. You can either get it as like this whole book as a printable, or you can get certain parts. So you can get the trackers, you can get the scrapbook paper, and this, you can get the decorative stickers, you can get the functional stickers, or you can get them all together, or you can get one big bundle as a printable. So definitely check that out. We also have the washi. I only used this today because I was using some of the paper stickers, but you can kind of see that. Definitely a little bit more unique as far as the color palette. You don't see that many colors with these patterns. So there we go there. And remember, you can use my discount code AGWP10 to save yourself 10%. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you found some inspiration. Maybe you discovered a new to you shop. Whatever the case, if you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing. That's all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.